I'm pulling the black car, baby. What they do they like it like that? When you're talking so black, where you at, where you at, where you at, black, where you at, black? Do they like it like that? Rick, you crazy.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I'm Allison Johnson, and you're watching Pulling the Black Card. Um, I'm not using my computer right now and on my regular microphone. And I don't know why my newer iPhone is bugging. It wasn't acting right. I'm just chilling in my bed, and I was reading about the Mahogany Jackson case, and it's just, as we all sit around and as people talk about this case and bloggers post videos, and I can't watch them. I think as a uh, as a nation, we've become desensitized. Just because I live in Africa, I still have that. You know, I've been saying murder, murder, murder all my life. Growing up in America, and the way they'll show something over and over. And now that we have social media, it's good in a sense because you want to get it out there in cases where there's a black person and a black um, woman, in this case, Mahogany Jackson, 20 years old, so young, from Birmingham, Alabama. I was just reading about them making that last arrest, the eighth arrest. These are 8 people. And the thing I was thinking about is who raised these monsters? Like, who raised these beasts? Like, who raised these people? We could sit around and we could talk and we can complain about Sexy Red, and we can like say, it's the images that our children see. It's a conspiracy to show our children nothing but negative women and negative black men in the media. And parenting is important. Trust me, if you instill the right things, believe it or not, believe this. If you take time out, right, and you ain't just partying and trying to get to the next blunt, listen, nothing's wrong with smoking, nothing's wrong with having a good time. But when you're a parent, right, that's your first job. Not even your job is your first job. Your job is to mold these human beings into people who don't capture their friends and torture them and do un just horrific things to their body, and then shoot them in the back of their head. You're not supposed to raise people like that. Every once in a while, yes, you'll have a two family, you know, a mother and a father who will raise an absolute animal who cause nothing but havoc in the world. And in our black communities, in our where we live, right? We already, like, people used to talk about people who finally got enough money to leave the hood. I personally was very happy. Like, I'm sorry, every step up was a good thing for me. And it's not about, like, you come back. Yeah, you help out. You give back. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to leave the hood, because right now, the way my hood, where I grew up in the late 70s and early 80s, yes, I am old. And even in the 90s, like, there was principles.
And joins us now
You
live with the latest. And Bria, the details that you heard today in court are disturbing and heartbreaking. Yeah, Morgan, that is right. This case is beyond disturbing, and it was an emotional day in court. Now, one of the saddest details I learned today is that Mahogany Jackson came to the first location thinking these people were her friends. Investigators say they then tortured her, and the things that were described are why Judge Keisha Davis says she denied all of these suspects a bond. Now, Birmingham police.
There was real, how can I say? There was it was ethics to this, to my hood. We had ethics. If we saw somebody getting jumped, like if we saw a girl, going to fight one on one, with somebody, and then all her friends jumped in, people would say, "Yo, no, 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 get the fuck, no, get out of here, get out of here." One on one. This is a one on one. That's how we did it. People didn't do things like this. But the difference was we were raised. And even if you was raised by just your mama, or if you was blessed to be raised by your mother and your father, I was blessed like that, but my parents died very young, and then my aunt raised me. But my husband and I raised my son until adulthood, until, he went off to college, you know? He was blessed. But sometimes just because two parents are in the house don't mean a blessing. Depending who the two parents are, it could be a curse. So as other people are thinking about, oh, like what kind of people do this, and it's because of the music they listen to. This demonic, it's demonic. No, who are raising these animals? Real talk. We got people. Listen, we got people having sex, creating life, but not cultivating that life. We have we have women who say my body, my choice, right? And then they choosing all the wrong people, not protecting themselves, and then they still want to be able to party and have a good time. Uh, They're mad all the time. And I understand because they picked the wrong fella. We got to take our time. It's our body, our choice, remember? We got to be more responsible. We are mixed up. We believe that men are women and women are men. And listen, no. Well, I grew up in a time where, and I know young people don't want to hear this, but everybody played their role. When everybody plays their role, things run a little more smoothly. Of course, there's going to be advancements. I'm glad to see women, and let me tell you, black men, black women still get paid less, even the ones that's making the most, you know. But I know people that once they get to that level, they start acting funny, and it's hard to keep a good family together. We need to have family because I want to know who raised people that kidnap, plot, plot, eight fucking beasts. These are beasts. Listen, I will not. I see people showing pictures. I can't go through the gory details. I'm not desensitized. In America, they show so much. That's when I was reading, because I was reading the details of this. The details are so gory. And I'm like, yo, I back in the day, I hung out with gangsters who wouldn't, like, they're pops. I mean, sorry, they would somebody could get bang banged. Okay. I will say, I've been around dudes like that. But as for like just plotting to kill their friend, I mean, unalive their friend, and to do things like this, it's crazy. And do things sexually to them. I mean, I understand that two good people or one good woman can raise a horrible person like this, but now it's too many horrible people out in this world. And like, I don't know about the white areas, what they're doing, to each other over there, but I'm really concerned about how we treating each other. The Shaquilla Robinson case still has not been solved. Like they will know. Well, it's solved. We know who did it. These people still walking the earth freely. Black bodies just don't matter as much. And the sad part is when I say that, I'm not saying that just about white people. It really doesn't matter to the animals that some of us, not me, because I didn't raise an animal. I can surely say my son would not do that. Can you say that about yours? Are you spending more time with your man? Or man, are you spending so much time with your woman that you can't open your eyes and go check on your kid, be with your kid, teach, talk? Listen, when I was pregnant with my son, I before I knew the books I wanted to read to him. While he was in my belly, I was reading to him. Yo. And I bought books to read so I could know, like I was reading the Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys, volume 1, 2, and 3. You know, I wanted to be prepared for my son. You know, I wanted to cultivate a king, make somebody who is somebody worthwhile, a joy to be around, you know, not an animal who will turn on you and pop you in the back of your head. I didn't raise a person like that. Like my son, we didn't wait to for my son to go places, to go to museums just with the school. I had a list of museums I wanted to take my son to. I couldn't wait to take my son to Schomburg Library in Harlem. Like I used to walk there all the time when I was pregnant for exercise, and I go read, like, different like slave letters from actual slave letters, and this place was so remarkable to me, and it was so beautiful, and I would see my most favorite authors, um, you know, Toni Morrison. I'm just it was I wanted my son to experience that, and he did. Different museums I wanted to take him to. I wanted to take him to this. I wanted my husband and I to take him to the Science Museum, you know? And I didn't want him to be a punk either. So if action came to him, he knew what to do. But he tried to stay away from action. So when I read about um Mahogany Jackson, I think about these beasts and who raised them. Because you can't tell me that like all 8 had really great parents. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear in the comments section, lots of times. I'm sorry, you're hearing this noise because I'm recording this on a thing. And I live in South Africa, and this has been a siren. I have to find out. I have to look at the news because something really big could be happening in my area. It's been a siren going on for hours, and I'm like, what is it? It's starting to bug me out. But anyway, and so my dog wanted to get out. I'm gonna cut this short because it's gonna get noisy. But I just wanted to say that we as parents, we have to take time out and raise some fully developed human beings that don't do heinous acts such as this. And my condolences go out to Mahogany Jackson, and to those beasts that caused her demise. I wish them nothing but heartache, pain, and suffering. I wish you all a wonderful, productive, blessed day full of great and good vibrations. Much love, y'all. Peace. I am out. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm doing it from my phone today. All right. Peace, y'all.